Alright, so
Go ahead.
hello peeps, my name is Santiago, and today I'm going to talk to you about my life mapping assignment on my community person. So my community person was my neighbor, and her name's Helene. She grew up in Des Plaines, Illinois, and she was only the daughter of two, and her older sister went to a different high school than her, so she followed her originally from her original high school to this other high school and transferred. But I found her very interesting, more or less because she did Peace Corps in Africa, and more specifically in the women's services. So she got to understand what the women in Africa did for Peace Corps stuff and how they actually lived. And so she learned how to cook food, make meat, and which animals were considered sacred in places like Cameroon, Zimbabwe, Guatemala, certain areas in Northern America, aside from the United States. And she did a lot of traveling due to Peace Corps, but she never really stayed in one location, and that was kind of the highlight of what I got out of it. But she also, at the same time, attended multiple different colleges, the first being Marquette in the University of Milwaukee, and after taking general studies there, she kind of moved on to other colleges, Northern Illinois, and so on. The list goes on and on to about 7 different universities and colleges total. I really thought that it was very interesting getting to know her life more in depth, because while she knew me personally, it was only from my parents that she did that, because she was in Thailand before for my parents' wedding, and I didn't know that until conducting this interview, and I think that's pretty cool. But she's also been to places like Africa due to her Peace Corps, and areas in Europe due to her uncle, who she worked under but could not actually continue working because her French was not up to date with the rest of the other workers. So he sent her to school in Paris for a little bit, and then Luxembourg in addition to that. But after she realized that wasn't really what she wanted to do, she pursued nursing, then dropped out, and started working again. After finally getting her bachelor's, she essentially kind of called it good, and after working for a while has been retired, and now just does things to entertain herself. But she does work occasionally back at the DMV, which is where she used to work when she actually was employed. Now, a lot of what I learned in this interview was stuff I didn't pick up and didn't know about her prior to actually seeing her for the first time in years when I graduated high school. So it was good to get to know her in depth, and so I thought the assignment was great because of the reason that I got to know more about this specific person and see how she actually relates to my life, and that I think that I would be looking forward to understanding more about her life as well.